With the end of summer, you may have just finished your vacation. Well, guess what? It's time to start planning your next one. Welcome Kelsey Smith with Fora Travel to the table.
Thank you. Excited to be here with you all.
Kelsey, you're so darling.
Oh, and I'm just trying to keep up with you guys. Are you kidding? You're all like darling.
I couldn't even do my hair today.
We could not even figure out not to do for her. Okay.
Well, we all love to travel, so this could be
I love
a lot more than what we're going to give you. Yes. But tell us first, give us a little glimpse of who's Kelsey.
Yes, so I'm Kelsey and grew up in Spanish Forks, born and raised here, graduated from Salem Hills High School, got a degree in experience design and management, so kind of travel experience based, and live in Spanish Fork currently. So my husband and I have been married almost 4 years in the next couple weeks, which is exciting.
Yay.
And I'm a travel advisor. So
how did you get into that?
Yeah, so I was very blessed growing up. I was able to travel a lot with my family, which I loved. And we got to see a lot of cool places and do a lot of cool things. And looking back on that, those are all the experiences we love to talk about. Me and my siblings. I mean, those are the memories you remember for the rest of your life, and you never regret it. You never regret going somewhere. So it kind of just fit with my personality, with what I do, with my other jobs. So it just worked, and I love it, and I love helping create experiences for people who want to go places and want to do fun things. So,
we just got back from a trip to California, and this year we didn't do Disney before. We usually hit that and then go, and it was like we were missing a part of our California trip. And I was like, what went wrong? Why is this not feeling fulfilling? And I think it's those memories that you kind of pull back into a place or a time.
Yes.
So me talking about that, tell us about Disney specials, if you don't mind. Let's start with Disney.
Yes, so Disney's it is bizarre. They've never done it before. Walt Disney World Resort and Walt Disney World California are doing different promos, but if you book a Walt Disney World Resort, say just California or Orlando, they're in 30% off rooms, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. And it's now through the holidays. So if you're a Halloween Disney traveler, which I know many are, it's incredible right now. So that's something to look out for.
So do you have to book and travel during this time?
Yes, so there are certain travel dates, but there also are, even if you're well, I want to go in December, they have a lot of options with what they call good neighbor hotels, which pretty much means they're Disney recommended hotels that'll give you third or fourth night free. So there's all the deals. Always a deal.
So cool. And why is it better to book through a travel agent than just go for it on your own?
I love this question because I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions about travel agents. Because I feel like you hear travel agent and you're like, well, I'm already going to spend X amount of dollars.
Yes.
I'm not going to pay a travel agent to do it for me. Where really a travel agent, the travel agency I work for, it costs clients $0 to use my services because we get paid from travel partners.
Right.
So
you'll choose the hotel, and the hotel gives you a kickback, for example.
Yep. So it's like any sales job. But so it's why would you not take the stress out of your planning and let a travel advisor help with itineraries, help with booking hotels, help with booking flights? Because that stuff, let's be honest, when you're doing it for a group of people or whether you're doing it for a couple, you're I don't want to worry about the airport transfer. So that's where a travel advisor can come in and really smooth things out for you and make it just so seamless and stress-free.
So the pre-planning conversation, the planning conversation, the execution, and then heaven forbid something goes wrong.
Yes.
And they reach back out to you.
100%. And I would expect that. Granted, haven't had that happen yet, but if something ever did, I would totally expect that, and we would take care of it for them. And the other cool thing about a travel advisor is, say you want to go to Los Cabos and do a secrets resort. Say you go to their website and you're like, okay, it's going to be X amount of dollars. 9 times out of 10, if you book with a travel agent, it's going to be the same price, but I can get you a lot more perks. So say an early check-in, a spa credit, a welcome gift. So things that you're going to pay the same amount of money, but because you book through a travel agent, you're going to get more perks.
I'm loving this conversation.
Isn't this crazy?
Yes, because I've always tried to be that gal or have my kids be that person, and it's hard.
It is hard. It is hard. So.
And we've never been to those places or had the information, so you have it all at your fingertips.
It's really cool. It's the coolest revolutionary thing ever, and I love it.
So you've mentioned seasons a little bit as well. Is there good times, bad times? When is the best time?
Yeah,
seasons traveling?
Depends where you're going. If you're going to Africa, I'm planning an Africa trip right now for someone. June is their winter. So kind of depends on where you want to go, and depends if, we live in Utah. everyone wants to get out of here in December, February, March, right? Which obviously then's a good time for Mexico. It's a good time for Bahamas. It's a good time for Caribbean. So kind of depends on where you want to go. I do love a summer vacation regardless though.
Okay.
It's fun. The summer's fun. It's just good vibes. So depends on where you want to go. But
so if we contact you, you can say, no, you should wait a couple months, and this is a hot deal time, or whatever.
And the nice thing too is, as a travel agent, we're getting deals flooding our inboxes every single day. So if you're like, hey, be on the lookout for a Royal Caribbean deal. And the second it comes in my inbox, I'll be like, hey, they're doing 70% off second passenger rates. Do you guys want to go anytime in these dates, right? So it's kind of cool, but
that is nice.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Do you think people get better deals too if you're not like, have to go this date and we want to go to Mexico? What about, we want to go on a really cool vacation?
Yes.
Work with me.
You're speaking her language.
Yes, you are speaking my language. So my favorite is actually, I've had a couple clients who are like, look, I don't know where I want to go. These are the dates, like kind of like, here's a month or 2 months where I want to go.
Okay.
Give me suggestions. They're like, I want a Europe suggestion. I want a Mexico suggestion. I want Greece. So it's cool to like be able to list out options, especially if you have like a month range where I can be like, hey, this week's less expensive for Greece. And like these dates are less expensive for Mexico. So it kind of depends, and it's cool because you can find tons of deals and
also, like I've worked with travel agents in the past, and I mean the first thing is like, okay, where do you want to go? What are the dates? And like, what's your budget? Is it A, B, or C? And then are you more of a 5-star hotel, or are you okay with 3 stars? Like kind of asking you things that you wouldn't always like think of. This is our budget, keep it there.
And it's hard sometimes too, and especially kind of going back to Disney, Disney hotels are hard.
Yeah.
Because there's so many. And so it's like, well, which ones are good? Especially for someone who doesn't go all the time. They're like, okay, well, I see this Hyatt place, which is in walking distance, or there's this Orange County one over here. Where do I go? What's the price difference? Like, the nice thing with the travel advisor is you're like, okay, it kind of helps eliminate, like we've got a list of like, hey,
like
these
what's
are
your
recommended.
importance? Like to us, it's just like sleeping.
Yes.
And then waking up, making sure we have a clean space. So maybe some things don't matter, and that's where you can say, hey, then across the street is just fine for you guys.
It's so nice. And then it's like, it doesn't take, I mean, traveling takes time, especially if you're doing it yourself. Like, it takes a lot of time to research.
Definitely.
So it kind of takes that stress off of being like, hey, here's the information, run with it. Let's see what you give back to me, almost, and we'll give you a ton of different options of like, here's a lower budget option, on budget, over budget. Tell me what you think, you know?
Right.
Kind of deal.
Yeah.
No, I feel that I booked an Airbnb for the first part of our thing.
Oh boy.
One night in Vegas, right? Okay. So I went off the strip. I did it so the whole family could stay in this little condo.
Yeah.
Enough space, looked good, right? Not great, but good. Had good reviews.
Yeah.
As we started to get a little bit closer, I was like, whoa, it's a little sketchy.
Oh no.
Fine. It's gonna be fine. And it really was like the outskirts was okay, but as we got a little bit closer, I was like, we're gonna lock the doors and we're gonna stay inside, and that hot tub hasn't been cleaned in a year.
Oh my.
Things you just don't know.
Right?
Things you don't know.
But I had researched that. Not a great spot. So
It's
yes,
tough.
we need you.
It's so
Everything
tough.
looks great on the web, right?
It
Like,
sure
of course, they're going to
does.
put the best pictures. They're going to, you know, put all the best ratings, all of that. So, what has been maybe your favorite destination?
Oh my gosh. Can you beat Paris though? I don't know if you can
especially
beat
now.
Paris.
Oh, I think for sure.
I know. I'm
Like, I think
romantic.
Italy.
Oh, I
you
know.
been to Italy?
No, but Venice is on my top. I like the romantic cities.
Oh, Venice is
I'm
like-
romantic.
Hands down. Like
Oh,
Paris
I can't
was,
wait.
Then you go to Italy.
Really? Oh, I love
Yep.
that. I love that.
Yeah.
But loved Paris. I mean, we just went to Jamaica. It was incredible.
Ooh.
That's actually a really good
So
question.
fun.
I would love to go live in Croatia if anybody cares.
I want to go there.
But passports. Are you giving suggestions for that as well? Make sure you have your timeline.
sure.
Make sure that you're doing all of that in advance, because you have first-time travelers or international travelers, which is a completely different animal. But you're managing both international, domestic, and everything in between. What about a staycation?
Oh, 100%. Park City, sign us up.
Okay.
Of course you can. But yeah,
Gosh,
passports.
That just sounds easy.
It's so easy, but yeah, passports are a tough one. And so having like a travel advisor where we're required to take a lot of training on passports to avoid chaos when you get to the airport and they're like, hi, this isn't, you know, your visa isn't
My driver
cleared.
license.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't work.
No. So
So Kelsey,
take care of
if right now this is airing in August.
Oh, yes.
How soon do people need to be planning ahead? You're saying Disney this fall, early December.
Yeah.
Is now the time to start booking for next winter?
100%. I have clients
For
that are
next winter
booking.
or this winter?
I guess this winter.
Yeah,
Is that-
I guess I say
right?
next because it's like after Christmas is next
This
year.
It
winter.
feels like next. It feels like
Yeah.
next. But yes, I would say I have a ton of clients who are booking, especially February, March right now.
That makes
but
sense.
also, like, if you're looking at deals right now, there's a huge. I think you said this airs like August 1st or something like that. But there's a deal Breeze Airways is doing right now out of Provo, $30 flights.
Provo.
$30
That helps,
flights.
Yes.
To tons of locations in the U.S. South Carolina, California, San Francisco. Like, it's craziness. So, anytime's a good time to travel.
Like your question before, sometimes it's better to just say, we want a
We're
vacation,
open.
tell us what the deals are.
So if
right?
you would like
Yeah.
to plan a girls' trip for us, we can
Absolutely.
make time.
Kelsey, we
I'd
have
go.
to wrap up.
Yes.
But how,
Sorry,
how do
I'm a
people
talker.
get a hold of you?
They can call me, text me, Instagram, DM me. My email's kelsey.smith@fora.travel. Phone number is 801-369-1027. Or you can message me on Instagram, which I'm sure you'll tag, which is so nice of you guys. But it has been an honor being on here with you. Thank you for asking
Good luck.
me. Thank you.
Enjoy your travels.
Thank you.